Hello everyone, welcome to the Quanta AI Labs new series on n8n, which is used for AI automation. So in the previous video, we talked about how you can use n8n or how you can install or how you can see the n8n, how you can use that thing. So let's start with the basics terminologies you need to understand before jump into the n8n screen. Okay. So here we see n8n, you can use like this or you can use from the hostinger. Now let I prepare a document for you guys. So let's we talk about the intro to automation. So before moving forward, what is automation? That is the major thing. So I am Mohit Mandawat, AI engineer from Quanta AI Labs. So I have experience of 3 years on automation architecture and all the things. So let's go. Why do we need automation? Okay. So there are a lot of manual tasks we do in everyday life, just like copying data from one spreadsheet to another, sending follow-up emails manually, collecting form responses, and pasting them into the document. These are repetitive, boring, and prone to human error. And most important, they waste your time to time. That could be spent on thinking, creating, and growing. That's where automation comes in. It helps you eliminate repetitive tasks, make data driven decisions, improve accuracy and speed, and save time and money. That's important. What is automation? Simple word, a predictable set of action that moves data from one place to another based on a trigger. In practice, that could mean a form is filled. For example, let's take an example. A form is filled. This is the trigger. Data goes to the Google Sheet and notification sent to the Telegram. This is a simple workflow or simple trigger data filtering and the action which we take. We send the notification to the Telegram, it is the action. A customer sign up, they receive a welcome email, they are added to CRM. Okay, this is also one workflow which we call it automation. So if you do manually, okay, for example, let's understand a customer just, okay, let's use a highlighter, I think so, that is much easier. Okay, okay, let's understand here. Okay, yeah, so this is the customer. If you do same thing manually, it fill up the form. Okay, then that form, the data which we talk about, they receive a welcome email. So for example, here is also one man standing. Here is also, for example, this is the customer which is sign up, and it will give some paper back to confirm. Okay, it will inside this organization. Okay, then this man goes to maybe a data entry into the CRM. Okay, we automate this process where we need one man to handle this task. We remove that person and do the automation in it. We reduce the human error and all the thing, and we do the automation in this place. Now this person is maybe allegedly doing this different thing at the same time, maybe more creative, how to make this automation more complex and all the thing. Let's go to the our second point. We talk about what is automation. The core building blocks of every automation, no matter how complex it is, it has three major blocks. First is trigger, which starts the workflow, just like form submission, incoming webhooks, or the schedule time. Incoming webhooks we will talk in later, maybe in the next class or maybe in the later in this video. But in the schedule time, okay, every day 4 p.m. I need to start this workflow. So this is the trigger also. The form submission, someone fill the form, then it gets the notification. Okay, where someone fill this form, then active that workflow. Okay, then logic and filtering. In between, we add logics and filters, condition that decide what path the data takes. Example, if the lead is from the India, add to the campaign A, otherwise ignore. So we are doing the filtering over there, logic. We are adding the logic to the data. Then third thing is action, the step that actually do something. Send an email, update spreadsheet, post to Slack or Telegram. These are the actions. So these are the three things we are doing in the first is trigger, then second is logic, and third thing is action. This is the workflow. Any workflow, it has these three things. Okay. So let's talk about next. What is workflow, which has triggered, logic, and action? We connect all the things, and it looks like a flow chart or something like that on the canvas. Automation best practices. How you can make a automation best practice? Before moving jumped into the n8n or something, you should understand your task and map before you build. Map all the things on a paper or use Miro or FigJam. First, map every steps, then mark it. Okay, this is the trigger, this is the action, and all the things. Keep it simple. Start small. One trigger, one action. Start with small. So one trigger, one or two actions. You can add logic something, and test often. Always test each step to make sure it works. Predictable logic. The more predictable you rule, they're easier to automate. So let's wrap it up. Automation saves time, reduce errors, increase efficiency. It's built from the simple block, triggers and logic. Trigger, logic and action. n8n is visually easy non-developer, even for the non-developer. I will guide you each and every step in this course. So in the next video, we will talk about Webhooks. Okay, so this is your homework or call to action you can do. Make a list of 3 tasks in your daily life or work that could be automated. Think about things that are repetitive and boring or follow a predictable pattern. Okay, let's talk about one of the workflow which we built. So this is the first thing. We map this thing. Form submission. What kind of lead it is? For example, some customer is fill the form. Okay. So what kind of lead it is? It is spam or irrelevant? Archive. We send it to archive. This is the action. Interested but not ready. Add to nurturing sequence. Potential partner or influence. Send to the partnership team. Send to partnership team. Qualified buyers not ideal. Log into CRM for follow-ups. Ideal client. High intent. Schedule call with the sales expert SR. So this is the form submission. Then we will see all these things. Form submission, what kind of lead, spam or irrelevant, then archive immediately. This is the workflow. This is the mapping which I am talking about. You need to map your task, then start doing the workflow. That is much better approach. Okay. So this is all for the first automation. We understand the basics of automation and all the things, and what is workflow and how we create the workflow. Let's talk about the next second thing, which is the API and the webhooks. Why we required APIs and the webhooks first of all? So we are talking to the software, but we need something which talks to software. Okay, this is software 1. We required something which make a connection between software 2. This software 1 and this software 2. So for that connection, we required an API. Got it? So this is the API. So let's understand with the simple example. So you as a client, okay, let me draw it here. You as a client go to the restaurant. Okay, and this is the kitchen. You don't directly go to the kitchen and order your food generally. So kitchen is the server and application, and you as a client, so you need something to put an order. You request an order. So there is a waiter for it. You can told to waiter, okay, I need some food like this, pizza or something like that. Then this request which you asking to the waiter is goes to the waiter, which is the API interface. Okay, let's talk about the waiter is a interface where we talk to software. Okay, now this waiter goes to the server or a application. Okay, or ask for, okay, this guy want pizza, then these guys make the thing and give it to the waiter, and waiter give the response to the client and it gets the food. To remove the complexity of the server and application, that's why we create the API interface. We call it waiter. Okay, this is the request which we asking for, and this is the response we get from the API. Now let's understand the request part. There is certain format you need to use every time when you ask. It depends on the software to software. Some software has a different format, some software has a different, but the major are similar thing. Okay, let's talk about this. Waiter is the API inference. Order we call it HTTP request, and food is HTTP response, what we get. Okay, so let's talk about the request part. Request has URL, methods, headers, body, and credential. These are the important things for the request. Let's take about the URLs. Okay, this is the URL to that software we are asking for. Asking to. Method, which method? Okay, get, receive, data, receive the data. Post is send the data. Okay. And header is the context info. Okay, what information do you need? Body is data to send, what data you need. So it's like a subheader should be the subject of the email and body should be the main content of the email or something like that. Credential, if that software require, okay, want to confirm that you are asking for that and you have that proper credential, then only it will give you the data, otherwise it will not give you the data. If we talk about HTTP response, this has three things: status code, header, and body. What you are asking for, it give you the data. It will give you. If everything is okay, then it give you the 200 status code. Status code means okay, everything is okay. This guy is genuine. It will give the response and give you the code like 200. Okay. If there is something just like you make error in the API or something like that, it will go you the 404 not found or the error 500. This is the API. And why we required API? We do a lot of call in automation. Okay, API calls. We will see in the coming videos how to make an API call. And then we talk about the webhooks, the reverse API. Webhooks, for example, let's understand you are waiting for your friend at your home and this is your door. Okay, this is your friend and you are inside. If you go, it's like you go every time, every 2 minutes and open the door and see your friend is coming or not. Every 2 minutes you do, but the bell, if there is a bell, so you don't need to go every time in the 2 minutes. It will come here, press the bell, ring the bell, and you will see, okay, he came. So bell is work is like a webhook. When event is done, okay, when some event is done, okay, your friend rings the bell, then only you will react on it. Okay, this is the webhook part. So waiting for your friend, you keep open the door every 2 minutes, or webhook is doorbell rings when they arrive. So how it works? It works as a trigger. You will see the service of the webhook URLs when someone happens, new payment, new messages is coming. That's why if you do the payments to the Razorpay or Stripe, then it comes to your website. Okay, the payments is done. This is the webhook. They are using webhook for that. Okay, we are using webhook also in coming videos. So that's all for this video. We will, in the next video, we start to making the workflows on it. So hope you like this video. If you have any doubt, you can write in comments. We will answer all the comments. And thank you. Hope you like the video. Subscribe our channel. We are coming up with a lot of videos on different generative AI technologies. Thank you.